Fox 13 News at 10 starts now.
This is my plea that you help find my child.
I hope his family gets closure. I really do, that they know what happened to him now.
A missing student, a murder charge, a mistrial, and finally a shocking discovery on a Mississippi back road.
Those human remains found by deer hunters in Carroll County, Mississippi over the weekend have been officially identified as those of Jimmie J. Lee, the 20-year-old Ole Miss student who disappeared in July of 2022. That's according to Oxford police. Carroll County is about 90 minutes south of Oxford, where Lee was last seen alive.
The trial for Lee's accused killer was held, in fact, in December, but ended with a hung jury due to, in part, the lack of physical evidence, namely a body.
Let's go to Fox 13's Jack Bilyeu live at the Lafayette County Courthouse in Oxford tonight. So, Jack, this case is supposed to go to trial again at some point, and clearly this is a huge development that certainly changes things.
Yeah, you know, much of the defense's case hinged on the lack of direct evidence, and prosecutors weren't able to prove exactly how Lee died. At times, the defense even questioned whether he was dead at all. This, of course, answers that question, but it opens a whole slew of other ones.
Your verdict, or lack thereof, based on a lack of evidence.
That was the defense's closing statement back in December. The lack of evidence, including DNA or fibers, was a key focus during more than a week of testimony. But now, there's a body. Now, this week, the mother of all evidence. I mean, how big of a deal is this?
Well, this is enormous.
Fox 13 sat down with Ron Reischlock, a distinguished professor of law at Ole Miss. Among the topics he teaches, using evidence in court.
You know, some states you can't even go to trial if you don't have the body. So this was a difficult lift for the prosecution even to try it.
But try they did. Prosecutors used social media messages in an attempt to prove the accused killer, Timothy Harrington, had a secret sexual relationship with Lee and had him over to his apartment just before he disappeared. They say he killed Lee to avoid being exposed as gay.
We're going to get some stuff that's going to plug a couple holes we missed, and we're going to go ahead and go to trial. That's probably what the prosecution's thinking.
Reischlock says just as important as the remains are the story they tell. He says with enough time, the state crime lab may be able to prove a cause of death or find fiber and DNA evidence. He says many assume the remains will make it easier to convict, but the evidence the crime lab finds could point away from Harrington.
The defense, on the other hand, is thinking, well, you know, it may give us this alibi, this argument, this something we didn't have. It may show that there was some other cause involved.
Well, a spokesperson for the court said today there has been no movement when it comes to setting a new trial date. We'll let you know as soon as that changes. Daryl?
That is Fox 13's Jack Bilyeu live in Lafayette County tonight. Jack, thank you.